What is up, fire signs? Time for a little bit of bonus material for you here. We're going to look at how they feel about you, okay? I got done with the air signs. It went pretty well. It was it was just a random idea on the fly, and I'm kind of ad-libbing as I go, and I think I got a pretty good structure built here. But what we're looking at is how this person feels about you, most likely actions they're going to take, and the best advice for you, okay? And then potential for success. I'm going to do the best that I can to cover all grounds here, past person and new person in one spread, if I can. That seems to be working out pretty good. Anyway, if you would like information on scheduling a personal reading, look in the description of the video. Okay? Other than that, let's hop right into it. Okay? Aries. Got a couple of you tuning in here. I don't know if y'all got notified. My old video is still processing. Y'all get notified? A few of you in here so far. Any Aries people? How's this person feel about you? Again, I'm going to do the best that I can to cover all grounds, past person or new person. Just take it how it resonates. And if it don't resonate, don't worry about it, man. It ain't that big a deal. Anyway, Aries, how's this person feel about you? Nobody got notified? Okay, whatever. The playback will be up. Oh, we're getting close here. 3 more shuffles for Aries. 3 more. Last one. Oh, that's interesting how this flipped out like that. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. 9 of Cups reversed. Oh my God, really? Is that how? Okay, now again, I just had to say this to one of the signs in the air signs video. The disclaimer here is, this is another person's perspective. That doesn't mean facts are going to come through. This is how they see it. I think that overall, the overall issue here in the past is that they, either one, the other, or both of you, was a little bit emotionally codependent. This person kind of feels like, essentially, to break that down in layman's terms, the codependent, how does somebody perceive you as codependent? Basically, if me and you come together and I start getting the impression that you're blaming me for everything to do with your emotional state, like it's my job to make sure that you feel better. If you don't feel good, it's my fault and it's my responsibility to make you feel good all the time. You know what I mean? That's the quickest, most easy way I can see to perceive. Like, that's the way this person perceives. Like, maybe, oh, you get mad really easy and you blame it on them. Or if you're feeling upset and they can't make you feel better, you get mad at them. And they perceive you as being a bit like emotionally codependent, or putting all your emotional work on them as their responsibility. Does that mean that's what you did? Not necessarily. Not necessarily, but I do think that they feel this way here, okay? But also, too, I think that they feel like you're getting over it, okay? I think they feel like that you are getting over it, and are probably, at the end of the day, I think that they're a little bit down on themselves because they feel like you're gonna receive something better. Like that you're out looking for somebody who can provide better or can do better than them. They have a bit of a complex, I think this person does, you know? I do think that you're probably going to end up hearing from this person, but I don't really think, as far as the actions that they're going to take, I think they're probably going to end up moving on from this right here. Okay? Could be a Virgo that you're dealing with, but I think they feel like you're getting over this and that you're going to go find something better. That's how is the way they perceive you right now, okay? I do think that you're probably going to hear from them. At least they're going to attempt to get your attention or maybe reach out to you. But for the most part, I think that they are moving on from this. I don't think that they're going to attempt to reconcile. I don't think they're going to attempt to try to rebuild or anything like that. And they're probably going to go off and spend most of their time by themselves, okay, with the Hermit in the middle of that line right there. The best advice for you would be, if you feel like a really, really empty, the best thing that you can do right now, again, I say this all the time, and I'm probably one of the few people who will teach this message here, but time does not heal you. Okay, I want to lay that right on the table here. I know there's a lot of people that would like to argue that. I don't care. Time does not heal you. Time allows the dust to settle so that you can get your thoughts together, but that doesn't mean that you're healed. Just because it doesn't hurt anymore and you can think straight now, that doesn't mean that you're healed. That doesn't mean that you're over it, okay? So yeah, if this person attempts to come back and try to like manipulate you or try to guilt trip you, don't let them get away with that. No, hell no. Because I have a feeling that may be what they're trying to do here. Because again, I think this person has a bit of a complex that maybe they're not good enough, and they're going to try to maybe come back and try to make you feel bad or manipulate you. Don't let them get away with that shit. When do you ever, Aries? Come on now. I've never met an Aries right here that is afraid to, like, even if you're wrong, sometimes you are. But if you don't let nobody get one over on you, no, not really. Not really. You'll tell them what you think, won't you? So that'd be the best advice here for you, okay? Let me see what kind of potential the two of you have, okay? If the two of you were to exclusively agree to work on yourselves and try to rebuild this and work on it honestly, what type of potential do you have to actually make something of this and reconcile? Let's see. The King of Coins. Okay, that's a little bit vague for me. I mean, I know these readings are general, but that's a little bit vague. King of Coins. I don't know yet. Hang on. Two more. To me, if there is potential, it would require a hell of a lot of work on both parts. On both parts, okay? Okay, the King of Wands reversed. Six of Swords. No, right now, the way it rests in this moment, I don't really see a whole lot of potential for success because the past hasn't been healed from yet, okay? Six of Cups reversed, Six of Swords, okay? I think both of you, I mean, especially the person that you're dealing with, but I do think that it's a bit of both of you are moving on from this right here, still pissed off about what happened in the past, still kind of angry about how it went down and have not really accepted, you know, where you're at right now. You have to accept, like, basically, if we come together, something bad happens, we both have to accept what has happened and why it happened first. That's like the very first baby step to healing and coming back together and reconciling. But one, the other, or both of you, all it takes is one person that does not accept the way it went down as a necessary part of the past, and it won't work. It won't work. Okay, it won't work. So the way it rests in this current moment, I'm not seeing a lot of potential right now. I'm not seeing a lot of potential. Okay, pretty much just going to repeat the same thing. Whatever cycle you've experienced with this person, no matter how many times you've been through that cycle, it's once, twice, it's going to repeat itself again if you attempt to reconcile right now. Okay. All right, Leo. Got any Leos in here? Leo, yeah. How they feel about you? What actions are they most likely going to take, and what's the best advice for you? Leo universe. Leo. Okay, the Judgment in the reverse. I'm not sure what avenue I want to take with that just yet. 1, 2. 2 more shuffles here. 2 more. Lovers in the reverse. Okay, it could be a Gemini that you're dealing with. But I do feel like, okay, so that they perceive you, I think, as getting over this, okay? Getting over this. They could have been, in the past, this person could have been kind of intentionally sliding things under the radar. Maybe possibly not being 100% honest about everything. And I think that whatever little sneaky shit they were trying to get away with, I think that they are very aware that you're aware. You're aware of what kind of person that they are and what the things that they were doing in the past. And I think they perceive you as getting over this and healing up from this. And they don't really think that you feel the connection as strong as you once did. Okay? I do think they're going to come back around though. Most likely actions they're going to take is Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands. Okay, I'm sorry, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. But the Hierophant reverse could be a Taurus that you're dealing with. But I think, again, this person is a bit of a commitment phobe. Okay, that's when I say a commitment phobe, what I mean is it's really, really easy. Most of us, I think, especially when we're like alone or in a broken state, you know, in a hurt state of emotional state, it's really easy for us to fantasize about how bad we want commitment, how bad we want this relationship. You know what I'm saying? But then when we're put in that position, when we're actually, and it's real, the tone changes, don't it? It's like, oh shit, oh man, my feet are a little cold. Oh, do I really want to do this? You know what I'm saying? And then I just think this person's a bit of a commitment phobe. Okay. I think that the best thing that you can do right now, the best advice for you is keep your eyes going forward. Okay. Look for new opportunities. Okay. When I say new opportunities, you don't want anything like what you've experienced in the past. So if you don't want anything like what you've experienced in the past, don't use the strategies that you've used before. Like if you're dating around or if you're looking for another relationship, don't use your picker, okay? The most successful relationships on this planet, if you ever met a couple that is like really successful, like the closest thing to that fairy tale love that you have ever seen before in real life, they're hard to come by, but they do exist. If you meet a couple like that, very frequently, actually, I think every last one that I've ever met, one of them says, they're not even my type. They're not even my type. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Obviously, they're not your type. If your type was the person that you were really, really, really compatible with, you wouldn't have such relationship trouble, would you? Obviously, your picker is broken. Everybody's picker is broken. Okay, our picker is a record of the past, okay? And if my picker hasn't worked yet, obviously it's never gonna work. So I should tell my picker to fuck off right now, and I should turn my radar on and pay closer attention to doorways that open that I wouldn't expect necessarily, be willing to take interesting little leaps of faith, you know, and take a different path, carve out a new path, okay, if you want something successful. Let's look at the potential for success between the two of you. Potential for success, okay? Because again, at the end of the day, two people can come together with insane potential. But unless you actually use that potential, then it'll never happen. Potential energy is only potential energy. So just because the two of you, you know what I'm saying, are like ketchup and peanut butter right now and don't really go together very well, that doesn't mean that you don't have potential. Okay? Let's get 4 shuffles here. 1, 2, 2 more. The Lovers reversed. It's fucked up, dude. That was the overall energy in your last spread that I pulled with this deck, right? So it's the overall energy in this one too. I don't think there is. I think this connection has served its purpose. Okay, it has very much served its purpose. So yeah, this is one. I think a lot of you were dealing with a karmic situation. Okay, when I say karmic, what I mean is for whatever reason the connection didn't work out in the last lifetime. You're trying it again in this one, and the cycle between the two of you is complete, especially those of you who are paying off a karmic debt. Okay, not everybody's paying off a karmic debt. Maybe you just screwed it up last time. Whoops, I forgot the plan. We didn't do so good, did we? Let's try this again. Okay, but especially those of you paying off a karmic debt, which is your choice if you choose to do that. There's no entities out there twisting your arm and making you do this, believe it or not. Okay, but if you are, then the cycle between the two of you is very much complete, and this particular connection has served its purpose. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend trying it again. You can if you want. That's your free will to do whatever you want, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you want to run through the cycle again and experience what you've already experienced yet again. All righty, Sagittarius. Saggy Wadgy. Got any Sagittarians in here? How do they feel about you? What actions are they most likely going to take, and what's the best advice for you? Sagittarius. Two more shuffles, two more. Okay, all right, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, man. Okay, this is interesting. All right, so there's that Lovers reversed again, okay? So, look, I think that overall they feel like that you're definitely letting go of this, okay? I think that they feel like you view them as a complete and total waste of time. Some of you, I know how your all's mouth goes sometimes when you get pissed off. Some of you may have told them that, you know, but they perceive you as perceiving them as a complete and total waste of time, and that you're happy with the decision, that that you're cool with it, that you would rather the tower fall than to try this again. They don't really have any faith that you want to try to make things work. But I do think that they're going to try. Most likely actions that they're going to take: Six of Cups reverse. Eight of Cups reverse, Six of Cups. Okay, I do think that they're going to come back around. They're going to come back around more than likely and try to soften you up, okay, because they do not feel like the cycle between the two of you is complete. So I do think that they're going to attempt it, okay? The best advice that I could possibly give you is Lovers reversed. First of all, no. But more importantly, from an energetic perspective, not just what you should or should not do, okay, but how you should or should not feel. Do not force yourself to dump a bunch of energy into a connection that you don't feel anymore. How many of us have tried that? How many of us have tried that? You don't really feel the connection anymore. They may feel like the cycle is incomplete, but you don't. Okay, you're actually moving forward. You're actually making progress. It's really, really easy for somebody to come back around and just butter you up, rub that butter all over you and get you all warm and softened up and say just the right thing. And you know, you're in that, whenever they do that, you're in this kind of like, they done got you softened up a little bit. So now you're kind of thinking, well, what if? And then you start playing the what if game. Well, what if this happened? Well, what if? But you already know you don't feel the connection anymore, okay? Don't force yourself. Don't allow anyone to manipulate you into dumping energy into a connection that you no longer feel, okay? The two of you are not a very good team together. You never have been. You never will be, okay? Damn. Well, you all like it straightforward and harsh, don't you? Okay, well, let's see potential for success between the two of you. Lovers reversed again, and I'll be dadgummit. How many times is that damn card going to come out, dude? That's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy. All right. Potential for success between the two of you. Potential for success. Four shuffles. 1, 2. 2 more. Nine of Pentacles reversed. High Priestess, the Temperance, Devil reversed. You're dodging a bullet. Dodging a bullet. I see, okay. So I do think that there is potential for a particular type of success. Okay, the Sun reversed. But if you're looking for a genuine connection, like what do you want? What would you take? One or two types of things, okay? Would you take a connection that's empty and dull and miserable and boring, as long as everything else is taken care of, as long as maybe there's good money, as long as you got a house and a car and money in the bank and all that good stuff? Would you sacrifice your emotional well-being for that? If you would, I do think that there's potential for that type of success, but I don't think that there's potential for that emotional connection. I don't think that there is with the Queen of Swords here. Okay, that genuine, loving, emotional, or check this out. What would you rather have? the first one that I named, or you have a real deep connection. The two of you are just, I mean, you're inseparable. You know what I'm saying? You're teammates, you're best friends, but maybe you struggle in other areas. Okay, maybe finances are a little bit rough. Maybe, you know what I mean? Which would you rather have? Okay, which would you rather have? I would like to think, hopefully, most of us would take the latter of the two. And I would rather have the love and the connection. Money and all that nice stuff. Okay, that's cute and everything. But if I had to choose between the two, I would take the connection. You know, some people aren't like that. Some people aren't like that. So there's potential for success as long as you're willing to sacrifice the emotional connection. Okay, the two of you could work together and you know what I'm saying? Like, be a good team if all you really care about is money and shit like that. But other than that, Dandola, okay? Anywho, I feel like the messages my fire signs needed to hear have come through. I greatly appreciate all y'all for tuning in and playing along. Thank y'all so much for the likes and the comments and all that good jazz. Didn't get no super chats in this video, but any of you have super chatted me before. Thank you. Anyway, don't forget to look in the description of the video for information on scheduling personal readings. And I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. All right? Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. All right?